Hey friends, I'm Bonnie Wiscombe. I am a life coach and entrepreneur, and I am here to help mothers find a way to feel fulfilled outside of motherhood. Yes, it is possible, I know, and it's one of my favorite things. So today we're going to talk about how feeling stuck can actually be a good thing. It can be an impetus to change and to new horizons and all kinds of exciting things. So I want to tell you a story real quick first. My youngest baby is Bryn. She is the youngest of 10. She's got all these big brothers and sisters who do everything for her, which is super cute, except for the fact that she was my latest walker, my latest talker, can't really still feed herself very well. She's just used to everyone doing everything for her. So we got her a therapist. We've got, physical therapy and speech therapy and all these things going on. And one thing that the therapist told me the other day kind of blew my mind. I told her that Bryn is not as content as she usually is. So Bryn is usually really, really, really happy about everything. Even when she's just sitting in her high chair and everyone's wandered off, she just kind of is happy to sit and hear and listen to all the chaos around her. She doesn't show that she's upset very often. I mentioned to the therapist that she's showing a little bit more discontent lately. She's fussier, a little bit crankier. And the therapist, to my surprise, said, that's actually a really good thing, especially when it comes to development. And I was like, what do you mean? She said, well, babies who are content do not put in the hard work to make the milestones happen. She's been so content because kids have been bringing her food and snacks and toys and everything. She has not put in the work to go walk and get those toys herself. She doesn't need to. She has all these slaves coming to her, right? Now that she's a little bit fussier, it shows that her wants and her needs are not getting fulfilled in a timely enough fashion for how she wants things to happen, right? So she is now more motivated to go out and do the things that she wants to do because no one else is doing them for her. Or rather, she's not satisfied with how we're doing them for her, right? I thought that was so fascinating. It was like this huge mind-blowing moment to me. I thought, yes, this discontent is exactly what I have felt before I've had some really amazing moments in my businesses and in my life in general. What I like to refer to it is divine discontent. This is actually not my term. I've heard it in multiple places before, but the reason I like to think about it like this is because this is not just being irritated with your life. It's not just the 7-year itch or wanting more than what you have or not being grateful for what you have. It is this divine need to do something more. And it usually happens for a number of reasons. Usually for me, this bit of discontent has come when there's been some sort of milestone. Like when I turned 40, I was like, oh, is this really the life I want? Like, this is a big milestone, right? I've come a long way. Have I built the life that I'm really, really looking forward to living? Maybe a 20-year high school reunion, maybe something else big has happened in your life. Maybe you just had your last baby, or maybe you just sent your last baby off to college, something big, or not necessarily. Sometimes it's just a slight shift in how you're looking at your life and you start asking yourself, is there something else I want to do here? Now, being familiar and comfortable in your life is not the same as loving your life. Does that make sense? Sometimes we get stuck in this familiarity or this feeling of just contentment, and we don't want to change anything because that feels scarier and that feels uncomfortable. You guys, we have to embrace the discomfort and the unfamiliar and the weird and the strange and the new, because that is where we will become the best versions of ourselves. Okay, so if you're ready to push through that familiar, get into the uncomfortable, and just find the best version of your life, then I have 3 steps for you to get past that feeling of stuck. Okay, so the first step is to stop, ask yourself a few questions, and then listen for the answers. Okay, you might say, where am I feeling this discontent the most? Is it something having to do with my role as a mother? Is it something having to do with what I put out into the world, my relationships? Where am I feeling discontent? And then be really, really honest with yourself and really dive into what you want out of life. You guys, sometimes we're not honest with anyone when it comes to our true wants. We don't want to say things like, I want a lot of money, or I want to feel powerful, or I want to live in a different country for 6 months out of the year. Be really honest with yourself. Who cares if that's what you want? It could be something that seems totally impossible. You never know, but be honest with yourself. Write it down, think about it, listen to your real wants and needs, and then figure out a way to make them happen. So fun. The second step is to find proof of your talents. I know, you're thinking, oh, I don't really have any talents. That's garbage. Stop it immediately. We are so good, especially as women, of telling ourselves, I'm terrible at everything, but I have all these faults. Let me just list them out for you all day long. No, that's nonsense. Stop it. Make a list of all the things that you would like to be good at, things you think you really are good at, things that other people have told you you're good at, and then go around and find proof of it. If people have told you, you know what, you're really friendly, everyone loves to talk to you, write down examples of when you have seen that is true. Tell your brain that it is true and find proof of it, because I know it's out there. The third step is to try something new. You guys, why do we always ask our kids and even each other, what do you want to be when you grow up? What a stupid question. I don't want to be anything. I want to become my entire life. I want to constantly be changing and growing, evolving, and becoming a better person. So that means I need to try something new. If I want to be better, I got to try something I've never tried before. That might be something as simple as taking a cooking class, because I've always wanted to be a better cook. Or it might be something as big as starting a new business. It can be anything you want to do, but be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what has seemed interesting to me and fun and exciting? Dive into it, try it out, even if it's something that others have scoffed at or others don't see the benefit in. It's your life. You don't have to make anybody else happy. Let's go out there and do it, you guys. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe to my channel. And then down in the notes, go click my Finding Joy in Business guide. It's a free PDF download. It will give you a step-by-step process to starting a business of your own if that's something you want to do and finding joy in it. See you later.